From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for May 12th, 2016. In just a moment, we'll be taking a look at the GBPUSD, Great British Pound versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. But first, I want to recap one of the trade suggestions made yesterday during the live trade room, looking for opportunities to go short and sell the Australian dollar in the direction of our most recent trend and momentum over the past several days. Of course, last week we saw cuts of interest rates in Australia, monetary policy news causing a free fall for this currency pair over the past week or so. So in that direction of momentum and trend and sentiment, we were looking for a sell or a short into resistance. As you can see down here, took a short at 0.7385, currently sitting with about 60 pips of profit on the trade. Saw a couple of pips more a little while ago, but right around the 60 pip mark at the current moment. Testing into our support zone. Take a look at the purple shaded area down here between 73.05 73.30 is sitting right there right now. If we can get a breakdown of the 7,300 level today, we'll look for much more profit out of this pair as we look for it to push back down into the mid to low 7,200s for the day today. Of course, currently we're protecting profit. My stop loss using the trade manager has now been moved to 15 pips of profit. So the worst case scenario is all of a sudden the market turns around, goes back up, takes us out with 15 pips of profit. We're at a decision zone. The purple shaded area is clearly support and has been for the past few days. So at this decision point right here, it's clearly an opportunity to take some profit. We have 55, 60 pips of profit. You could close some profit, close all of the trade, close a portion of the trade. It's a good point to make a decision. Move your stop loss into profit as I've done already. All of this is a point to make a decision about your trade if you're open and live on this sell from yesterday's live trade room. Okay, now let's move on over to the GBPUSD, Great British Pound versus the US dollar. Of course, over the past couple of days, we've been warning about potential volatile news that we had at 7 a.m. Eastern US time today. Doesn't seem to be as quite as volatile as you might have thought. It didn't pose a directional change, let's say that. While it did jump around a little bit at the 7 a.m. hour, went up, down, now we don't see any real significant follow-through or significant change in the currency pair. So I think we go back to the way we were trading it prior to this potentially volatile news that we had today, which was going short on rallies to resistance or looking for the breakouts underneath support. Last week we had 3 pieces of data that came out poor or negative for the British pound. And even this week, earlier this week, we saw some data miss the mark on the release for this month. So definitely some things that are weighing heavily on this currency pair that would give us some downside expectation for it. So with that, and the fact that we didn't see any significant change today on the news, we're going to continue to focus on selling rallies to resistance or breakdowns of support. So we need to define those areas. Of course, I have 2 different areas that I've been watching over the past few days. There's a yellow shaded area just underneath the orange shaded area. Of course, last week we were selling underneath 145.00, 145.15, which is the orange shaded area. Well, this week so far, we haven't quite made it back up to that orange shaded area. In fact, this yellow zone just underneath it has been holding our resistance between 44.75 and 4400. So that's where we're looking at right now. Earlier this week, prior to all the news, we had some pending orders up there, but removed them because of the high volatility. If you kept them on, of course, you're potentially already in the trade. We see the 100 period simple moving average here. Let's zoom in one more time. 100 period simple moving average market right around that 44.75 level, finding resistance. So as long as it's underneath there today, I think we're looking for sells on rallies into that yellow shaded area. Now, it may not make it back up there today. So what's the next thing we'll look for? Well, the blue zone is clearly your current support. So if you're looking to go short, you don't want to go short on top of the blue zone, which is 144.00. You would wait for it to break out underneath that blue zone, and then you look to target the next support level, which is the green shaded area. So you see our 3 decision zones for the day today: the yellow or maybe the orange zone, the blue zone, and then the green zone. If we're looking to go short, we go short at the yellow zone, 44.75 up to 4500. and then we look to target the blue zone or lower down to the green zone. If it doesn't go back to the yellow zone, we'll simply look for the breakdown of the blue zone to target the green zone. And really, at this point in time, since we didn't get any significant change on today's news, I have no reasonable expectation to go long on the pound dollar, just at least at the current moment, focusing our efforts on going short. Let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame. As we get down here to the 4-hour time frame, you do see that volatility from this morning's news, the bump all the way up to the yellow zone, now the pullback down into the middle of our range here, highlighted by the red box. So again, any bumps up there again or getting close to 44.75 might give you another opportunity. Going short towards the blue zone, of course, breakdown of the blue zone underneath 4,400. We'll look for the continuation lower for the GBPUSD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.